For seeing me. We're recording Friday.
Happy Friday!
What's up?
Dr. C and
It's me, y'all.
recording live from a secret location in front of the pool.
Let's not.
Can you see the
Let's not be.
shark?
The location.
Shark.
The location is.
Shark.
The location is irrelevant to the fact that we're together with you guys today.
Yes.
And
live
and
full effect.
Direct. So we're not gonna make it a secret. You just say that it was cold and we wanted to go to a heated pool and record. And
Let's see the pool. Good pool.
they gave us the Homer Simpson discount up in here. Donuts and motherfucking cartoon drawing, and they let us use their pool room. So that's
we hope you guys had a great week this week.
So, we're talking about different things.
Surviving the Mercury retrograde. If you don't know about it, look it up. Your energy's been off. You've been feeling a little funky this week.
How many?
Not you.
How many
it's
people
the
actually
universe.
believe in horoscopes?
This is not about horoscopes.
This is about the universe.
Correct. This is energy.
That's
science.
This is solar kinetic.
Correct. Kinetic and kinetic.
So this affects your relationships?
Yes, all relationships. It even affects technology. If your technology has been messing up this week, Mercury retrograde, look it up. Inform yourself.
So how long does this last? Because we may not post this to next week. Will it still be valid next week? How long does it?
We will still feel the effects of Mercury retrograde until about the second week of April. Oh. It ends at the end of the month, but you have a post effect after each retrograde. So we'll talk about that more later, but I'm just wanted to give you a little insight if your week was a little crazy this week. But just use this time to reflect, to deal with things that you may not have dealt with. Also, take the time to meditate. Meditation is a great, great thing. And maybe some alone time just, to think about new beginnings because we had a full moon too. So full moon brings about new beginnings. So just a little.
What made you bring up the word nigger?
Because I was on Instagram and I saw this kid rapping, and somebody had posted it, and they were like, "He better not say nigger." He was white. I think he was like Puerto Rican or something. And the person that was, I guess, doing their commentary on it was like, "He better not say nigger." And when it got to the verse for him to say nigger, he said nigger. So I'm like, I feel like teens of all persuasions, including the Caucasian persuasion, I think they're comfortable. They're getting comfortable with saying nigger. And also, I saw another video. These guys were out in some city. I don't know what city it was. But the white guy came out of the club and he was like, nigga, 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 nigga. And the guy just came from behind and just knocked him out. And I don't know, I'm on the fence about it because that word just does not, I don't give it power when it comes from other people. You can call me that, and I feel like I'm not going to let you or let that word take me to a level where I'm going to assault you because you say it.
Have a white person ever called you nigga in a derogatory tone?
Yes. I grew up in a very Caucasian community. And at that time, I was not where I am now. At that time, it was a problem at that time. And I reacted in a physical kind of way when that did happen. So, yes, but I have grown.
So it only happened once?
No, it happened multiple times.
A white person called you a nigga in your face?
Yes. Or maybe not directly in my face, but in my earshot, in the vicinity, close enough where I could hear that that's what they were saying about me. So, yeah, it has happened. And you?
once, but it wasn't even in my face. It was over the phone.
Hmm?
Yes, it was. I was working at a job,
Mhm.
and an employee, really the manager set me up. He didn't set me up, but he set me up. It was like so. Employee who used to work there, like called there and was like arguing with the manager,
Mhm.
and he was cursing the manager out, and I don't know what he was saying to the manager over the phone, right? But what happened was the manager gave me the phone,
So that you could handle it.
almost, or like listen to him, and then while I was on the phone,
Was the manager black?
nah, he was like fucking. He was a white guy, Italian white guy. He was a scumbag too, but. When I was on the phone, the guy says, "Yeah, you fucking nigger," and that's the first time, and it felt different.
Okay.
And
Do you think nigger and nigga are two different things?
definitely two different things. But
Okay.
I want to say this here, because if you guys go to blacktruth.net, it's BLACKTRUTH.net. I wrote an article called "Nigga Hate," and it was another incident too, and I wrote about it in this article. Um, First of all, it's different. It's different variables to that word in the other culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So first of all, I'm gonna say this here. In this day and age, in the teenagers, etc., the reason is so well. First of all, the reason it's so acceptable because a lot of black people don't care about the racial views. Second of all,
And especially I feel like with the millennial age group, they don't care.
and
They don't have the attachment to it that our parents instilled in us. The derogatory, feeling or the derogatory intent behind it.
that's one aspect, but also too I believe the most major aspect of it is the hip hop culture.
Mhm. Agreed.
So, from early '90s, maybe late '80s, but definitely early '90s. Definitely early '90s when you got '91, '92 when Snoop Dogg. Snoop
Mhm.
Dogg was like universal.
Mhm.
So you got white folks who just bumping that, and then also in hip hop you had the transition from the so-called pro-black conscious hip
Yeah.
hop
Mhm.
to the transition to so-called gangster or street reality rap.
Yeah,
And
because we had a group called what Niggas with
attitude.
Attitude.
Yeah, so you got that. That's the first and foremost thing.
Mhm.
And then, because I heard Eminem say this, he was like, he was saying that he been a fan of hip hop, but during a period like X Clan and Poor Righteous Teachers,
Mhm.
he felt weird and uncomfortable.
Saying
Say-
nigga.
no, not saying nigga, but like he felt like he didn't belong with the culture. Like,
Well, during that time you didn't.
right, but that's
You
my
could
whole.
not fit in with the BDP.
But
You
that's
know what
my,
I'm saying?
But that's my whole point. It was like
It has evolved.
it was a whole culture of white folks, around our age, younger, older, who loved hip hop but was kind of on the outside looking in.
Yeah. Mhm.
And it was a lot of that conscious rap and this and other X Clan and that shit was totally pro black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mhm.
And
About uplifting our people.
Poor Righteous Teachers, Public Enemy.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I say that to say that.
Fight the power.
So I say that to say that people who grew up on Snoop Dogg and the generation after that start becoming more acceptable because when you go to these shows, all you see is white folks.
You think the people that grew up with Snoop Dogg became more acceptable of the word others using nigga? Or the couple of generations after the people?
No, I think it started with that because what?
Oh wow!
Because if you went,
but I feel like people, including white people that grew up on that music, they still, if they were rapping it, they were not saying that word. If that word came up in the rap, they would be like, and then go to the next lyric. I don't think that they were saying it.
They weren't saying it around you.
Oh yeah, no doubt they all say it at home.
Right, but that's what
whether they rapping or talking, they saying that at home for sure.
Right, but the thing about it is that the offsprings of that, going to more shows, start becoming more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for them and the people after them, because during that lineage, you know, not to say, you know, but all that Death Row and the West Coast Dr. Dre, you got Eminem, you got, you know what I'm saying, you got different people, you know, gravitating towards that. And then, like I said, people stop not caring. But I was just saying that to say that. But I do.
Well, how do you feel about young kids now rapping, and if they're listening to 21 Savage or Travis Scott or whoever that's saying those lyrics, you know, have that word in their lyrics, and they're singing the whole song through and not doing what their uncles used to do or their dad used to do, which was, you know, like not say the word. So how do you feel about it? Don't answer with a question. How do you feel about it? Don't answer with a question. How do you feel about it?
No, listen. I want to ask you.
How do you feel about it? Do not answer with a question.
I think it's unacceptable, right?
Okay.
But I want to ask you a question though. Have you saw the video? Is it Naisha Coates or whatever? The professor, the black dudes.
Oh, It's not Naisha.
Whatever. Taisha.
I know who you're saying.
Yeah, the two dudes or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think he gave the best example. Because he was like, he just broke it down. Because he was at a university, and a white girl asked him why she can't say it. So he was like, I come home, and my wife and her friends, they talking amongst each other, and they sometimes call each other bitch. I'm not going to call my wife a bitch, even though it's acceptable around
her and her friends.
Mm-hmm. And I hear it.
Mm-hmm.
It's certain things he's not going to say. It's just like he gave another example. He said his daddy, you know, he called his dad or this and the other. But when they go home to where he grew up at, they call him, you know, Walter or whatever his name, his sisters and brothers. That's what he grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
But he said he wouldn't dare to call his dad that because it's protocol. But to him and what they comfortable with.
Right.
So he said, he gave more examples, but he was like, why is his gay friends? He said, you know, or white people. Or he said that, you know, he had some white friends and they got a cabinet, and amongst themselves they said, we're going to the cracker cabinet or the hunky cabinet or whatever. But he's not going to feel, he said that's what they call amongst themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He said, why is it every group of people have language and dialect, including homosexual people? They may be like, you know.
The children, the kids, you know, that's what they say.
Right, but whatever group it is, white, you know, whatever group of people, they have a section of language that's acceptable about their group, and other people understand that it's disrespectful to talk to them in that manner.
Mm-hmm.
But why, when it comes to black people, we have to give an explanation on the way we talk with each other?
Right, yeah.
And I thought that was the greatest example.
That's a good question.
You know, so I thought that was the greatest example of it. And I think it definitely has went viral.
It has. And people are getting more and more comfortable. But I'm wondering, is that okay that people are getting more and more comfortable? Maybe we would be desensitized. Maybe we won't feel so much anger when someone uses that word.
I'm gonna give you an example for me. So I put this in the article. This was my whole point. I put this in my article, and this is my whole point. So there was another scenario at work, and it was this white chick, and she is what you would classify as, I guess you would say, a wigger. You know.
God, I haven't heard that term
right.
in so long.
Yeah, but it's no other way that I can classify, because she's a white person who listens to rap. She dates black dudes. She hangs around the black people. And this and the other.
Okay.
And she not meant no harm about saying it, but she was talking about a boyfriend or black people or something like that. And she was saying nigga around.
Around you?
Yeah, but she was talking to another white person.
Oh.
Yeah, it was another white chick, but both of them kind of like,
live the same kind of lifestyle.
Right. They,
okay.
This and that. So, but she was saying it, and she said it once and walking past, and then maybe they went to the restroom or went out for lunch and came back and said it again. And I was like, look, I said, man, listen, I don't want you saying that word around me. I told her this, in her face. I said, first of all, she said something back. I said, yeah, I know you may not do no harm, but I think you're saying that to get my attention. And I say, I know you go to the hood. And I know that you're not going to go. I named the street that she's familiar with. I know you're not going to go and talk in that manner on that street, because some black females going to beat your ass for saying that. So don't say it around me because you feel comfortable in this setting.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. I think that people feel comfortable in certain settings and they think it's cool because they think they can get away with it.
Yeah.
But in certain settings, they won't. They're not going to go.
I'm not cool with that.
They're not going to go around the Nation of Islam and be saying nigger. They're not going to go around the New Black Party. There's some people who demand a level of respect in our community that they know it's not going to be comfortable for them to say these type of things. But when they're around their friends or they think that it's non-threatening, they will go. So that's my whole point. But me, to answer your question directly, I don't dig it. I don't like no race saying it. Like some Mexicans feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This and
especially if they grew up in a predominantly black community.
And I heard
and their friends,
And I heard Fat Joe say, who do I got a point? Oh, DJ Khaled. I hate when DJ Khaled say nigger. It just sounds so.
It ain't right.
It ain't right to me. I hate when DJ Khaled say nigger, man. It's just like, like the Arabs, because they feel,
they feel like they've been through something, or they feel like they've been treated, in the same way,
Well, a lot of them feel kinship to us.
They do. And for them, it's like, I want to be a part. I'm your brother. They definitely, when they say it, they definitely are not having any ill will or any intent. It's a brotherhood.
And most groups don't.
Right.
A part of that. But that's not the point.
Right.
Now,
it means something different because this race of people experience horrific things. So you are right. You're right. So
I got one more thing I want to ask you.
Okay.
But go on and say what you want to say. Ladies first.
I want to say, speaking of niggas, we are approaching a huge.
Oh, no, don't go there yet. Because I want to deal with the races and saying nigga. Because I want to say another rapper like.
Go ahead.
Nah, but it's cool. We can,
Go ahead. What's your point?
She's saying that we're going. You can tell the people.
Go ahead.
That, you know what I'm saying? What you.
Go ahead.
Dr. C. But I just want to say one more thing though. Because Fat Joe said, man, look, I'm gonna say it. Now Puerto Ricans, for some reason, get a pass or something. Puerto Ricans are low key black. Mexicans is different. Like, you know.
They are when they want to be, and they are when they have grown up in black surroundings or black neighborhood with black elements. Yes. Otherwise, they don't want to be, and they are saying it for different reasons. But all the folks I know definitely grew up in, black environment.
I was just going to ask you that.
And I do, especially in New Jersey, I do definitely kind of consider them black.
They have.
And if they did say it, I have heard them say it. I'm not taking offense to it at all.
They come up to you. They really identify with their Afro roots. Like, they come up to black people with no problem.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, my nigga? Like, I'm like, I was just going to ask you, but you answered it for me. I haven't met a Puerto Rican who haven't been like a nigga, like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, grew up around black people.
Yeah.
I haven't met one who doesn't associate with black people, male and female. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all like New York, like even Chicago. We have a big population in Chicago, but I haven't. So that's all. And then the thing about it is, no one's gonna say nothing to Fat Joe anyway. Like, ain't no black person like Fat Joe fights black. He's a Rican, but Joe Crack. What we gonna do? I mean, he come up on the KRS One and all that. So we gotta get somebody in there. We get a Puerto Rican in there. So
there you have it. So speaking of niggas,
okay,
we're approaching a huge election coming up, presidential election in 2020. So
when is it, Dr. C?
There are presidential candidates, plenty of them, who are having to address an issue that has plagued us and that has concerned us for many years. And that issue is reparations. So you got Kamala Harris, who says, yes, black people need reparations. You have Elizabeth Warren approaching the topic now and saying some type of reparations needs to be given because we've given reparations to Holocaust victims and other people. And then you have Bernie, who is saying, if you're talking about writing a big check, then I don't think that's the answer. And so, what do you think? How do you feel about reparations? And should reparations be in the form of money? Is that what black people need? Do we need money, or should we get our 40 acres and a mule? What is it?
40 ounces in a pit bull, as Mike Epps said. Mike Epps said, give me my 40 ounces in a pit bull.
Well, give me the 40 acres. I'll take the acres. You can keep the mule, as a matter of fact.
Okay, so Dr. C doesn't want me to go there. This is like...
Yeah. Tell the people what you think.
Because talking about beating a dead horse, I will turn into Malcolm Little, Detroit Red, Malcolm X, Malik Shabazz up in here. For real, like, you don't want me to go here because it's deeper than rap, first and foremost.
Absolutely, it's deeper than rap.
First and foremost, maybe this will...
Do you think we deserve anything? Do you think the culture deserves anything? The black people in America, descendants of slaves, do we deserve anything?
Yes.
Okay.
But how can you quantify it?
Right.
Because the thing is that what they letting out is not being addressed.
Which is?
The black Holocaust has never ceased. It's still going on.
Correct.
We have the biggest population of American citizens within our group that are in prisons. We make up well over 50%, and it's been tried to be corrected somewhat by Obama with his pardons and this and the other, but it's been direct evidence, but it's been direct evidence with the regimes of before him that it was a disproportionate laws made for powder, crack, that directly affected our community, not to mention it's been direct evidence that the government had their hand in putting those drugs within our community. It's been direct evidence that certain type of weapons associated with those drugs have been put in our community, and it's been direct evidence that we get locked up and driving while black. So how can you quantify when people are still getting shot by the police? So let's look at it this way. If you want to quantify, let's just say somebody like Sandra Bland, or just go down the line of the list for the past people in the last decade or so that got killed by police, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they win a civil suit,
Mm-hmm.
and they're demanding awards,
Mm-hmm.
$10 million.
Mm-hmm.
This is one person who got wrongfully killed
Mm-hmm.
by a police officer, right?
Mm-hmm.
He or she or their family may get $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you quantify the amount for the people who've been wrongfully killed?
You can't.
Because
$10 million is not worth anybody's life.
So that's just one person.
Correct, and that's just one person. Yeah.
And that's not even through the horrific times, the people who've been lynched,
Yeah.
Jim Crow, slavery,
Tortured. Yeah.
So how can you quantify it through money, first of all?
Right.
And how can you give land when the slaves helped build the land that we own?
What do you mean, how can you give land?
We built the nation. What, they going to give us the nation?
They're just going to give us some land. They're going to deed us some land.
So what, do we get the South? We get a land on down? We get the boogie?
I guess we're going to have to say what we want, what we feel is fair.
What can be... They can't... You listen, man. This is the bottom line. And I want y'all to go to another article. It's called The Curse of the Black Man, that I didn't write. My man Hollywood, Calvin Holloway, did Calvin's Undisputed Truth on blacktruth.net. And I don't want to get spiritual. I don't want to get biblical, but based on our horrors and whatever the case, because he talked about black people getting killed by police, and it has some biblical aspects in it, but we're spiritual people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like Goody Wan said, when we was on slave ship, there was thousands aboard. We still praise the Lord.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So we can't deny that aspect, but I want y'all to go there because I'm not going to go there, and I don't want to go because this will go longer than what it has to be. But I'm going to say this here is just like, I don't think nothing is fair because...
So should we? If you don't think anything is fair, then we should receive nothing? Is that what you're saying? Because nothing will be good enough? Although we have a great disparity as it relates to wealth, as it relates to jobs, as it relates to health care, their poverty. The disparity is just ridiculous.
What do you think?
I think that I would want land. I would want land, and if I couldn't get land, then yeah, give me a check. I'm okay with a check.
So they didn't try these different things. So Liberia was made for liberation. They sent black descendants from here over to Africa, to Liberia. So the country Liberia was in some manner made under this thing. They gave you a country. That shit didn't work. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. Every nigga won't mind getting that check and, won't turn it down. But what we gonna get, 10 grand a piece? Or, you know what I'm saying? Let all the niggas free, give us all free. Man, listen, man. It's deeper than rap. Like I said, I think this is the last thing we're gonna get off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you brought up this point, the Jewish Holocaust. In 2019, if they find one person in Germany, the nigga could be 115. And if there's any evidence of him having any association with the Holocaust, the Jewish, they will put him on trial in 2019. There's no accountability from anybody who does what they did to us. Who do we put on trial? Like, they sent Colin Powell to the UN when he was Secretary of State, and he went there. They sent the nigga there because other countries put the U.S. on trial for inhumane, treatment towards blacks.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent Colin Powell there to defend America against their case against black people. So, man, listen. Like
Tell
I said,
us what you think, guys. Chime in, comment, let us know. What would reparations look like for you? Do we deserve reparations? What is it? Is it money? Is it land? Is it free tuition? What is it? Let us know your thoughts on what you think we should receive as reparations, or if we should not receive reparations.
Next time I'm gonna put my Malcolm X glasses on.
Okay, you do that.
Dr. CME, man, it's great. We have more to talk about too, but
thanks for checking in with us this week. We'll be back soon with more hot topics. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.
Peace.